Alright, what's up YouTube? This is the TK Mask bringing you some Total War ATTILA 2v2. And I don't even ask me where this map was even at, because I don't even remember. It's been a while since this damn game was saved. But and today's factions are in this 2v2 the Himyar, and their ally is the Western Roman Empire, bringing a metric assload of Palatina and a couple units of elite Palatina. So Himyar and Western Rome versus I believe a Vandal? Yeah, Vandal player in a Roman expedition, which some of these units look absolutely amazing. Let me find you a unit that looks really good. Yeah, there we go. Amazing units. They actually, some of these units actually are great units, but applied incorrectly, they get utterly destroyed. But yeah, those are the factions. Let's run down the army comps for the army builds, or however you want to fucking say it, of the factions. Let's start with the Himyar. Since I was playing the Himyar, I brought 3. I don't, you guys, I help. Just help. But 3 of those units for my skirmish ability, they do actually do really good work. And because they have a good missile block chance on a archer unit, it's really good. That we're in skirmish engagements 10 out of 10. And for my front, I have no idea how to pronounce this, but yeah, I brought 4 of these guys, and it's a medium melee. Usually I bring this is gonna fuck with me right here. This is gonna fuck with me. I did not see this. This is gonna fuck with me. But I like how to put them in like a perfect blocks, rectangle style for like a nice solid line. But that right there is gonna fuck with me. But yeah, so I brought 4 of these. Usually I bring a heavy or very heavy melee infantry unit for my front, but since their defense is so high, just sitting here, 65 defense, just sitting here. They get shield wall, which brings another 15, and I believe steady, which brings another 15 of that. So for 30 seconds, they get 90 defense, melee defense, and melee defense is pretty much the percentage or the chance of blocking or dodging a strike, which is really fucking OP. And then for my cav, I brought 2 armored camo warriors, 2 desert spearmen to help with cav engagements, and this shock cav unit. I do not know how to pronounce their name, but their armor is insane. I think it's like 75 armor. But yeah, I brought that, and 1 on each side, and I was at a disadvantage for cav because my opponent brought 5 cav units. Sorry. And I brought, for more of a support and flanking charge, like hammer and anvil type of thing, I brought some Enthar's Chosen. How do they like, wrong button. I mean, their swords are pretty basic, but it looks really nice. And for more of a general defense unit, I brought some Baltha defenders. My general, I decided to bring the Zafar Sentinels because I think this was the first time playing this faction. And my playstyle was have a defensive line and a pretty decent offensive line, and I know the Anthar chosen are pretty OP because I played against them before. But yeah, I brought some Zafar Sentinels for my general unit, which you don't usually see very often. So that was my army, and my allies' army, Westworld. He brought 4 Sagittari units and 2 Scorpio units, which was insane because it racks up damn near 400 kills before the fight even starts, which is really nice considering we were 300 men down. Sorry. And fuck, I don't know what's up with my throat right now. Sorry guys. He brought 2 Elite Palatina, and some normal Palatina, which are not the best choice, but at the same time not the worst choice. I mean, if you really want to go for like a mediocre melee, at least bring these guys. He brought 1 unit of these guys. They're fairly decent. They're not the best, obviously, but for the price, it pays dividends for the price. So he brings, I think, 3 or 4 Palatina units. Yeah, 4 Palatina units and Army Grenadier Defense Stories unit. And I think that was it for his infantry. Oh yeah, he brought 3. He went spear heavy on this flank for some reason. He didn't split like 2 here and 1 way over there. He put all of his Limitini, I don't know, border guards. He brought 3 border guards to this fight. I was like, okay. And he faced off against the Roman expedition, and I somehow at Palatina outperformed what the Romans expedition have, which were really good. Like for his cav, he brought, oh, I forgot to go over the cav for the damn Romans. Look at my dumb ass. He brought some Scoli Genitalis, Equitage Promoti, and I think another Equitage Promoti on this side. Yes, another Equitage Promoti, and behind that is his general unit, the Combs, which is really nice. And the Roman expedition unit faction, he brings normal Ballistari units, I think 3 elite Ballistari units, yeah, 2 normal Ballistari and 3 elite Ballistari for his skirmish abilities. And he brought, he brought, I think, 3 or 4 Scooter Toys. Yeah, he brought 4 Scooter Toys. And oh my god, wow, that was the Scorpion unit devastating the ranks of this Scooter Toy Spears. Damn. Sorry guys. But oh wow, this guy actually survived that. Holy hell, he must have been in the far back row to survive that. Wow. That's amazing. Like, he brings 2 of those units, and you can see oh Jesus. Ouch. Ouch. And yeah, the final movement of death right there. Nice. Ouch. But yeah, those Scorpion units rack up at least 400 kills, which helps them tremendously, because the Scooter Toy were actually outperform the Palatina. But yeah, there's 4 Scooter Toy units, the 2 Scooter Toy Spearmen. Hey, and then for more of a support, he has this, I'm not even going to get into how to pronounce, try to figure out how to pronounce that, but this unit, the top of the line sword unit for the Roman expedition. Really nice to look at, decent stats, really good defensively. But yeah, and his cav, he brings, I think, Ectates Promoti, 2 units of Ectates Promoti, and this unit of shock cav over here that he decided to place way the hell over here. Really nice looking. This is really nice. And he brought one, pretty much that unit on foot, but with an axe instead of a spear. So yeah, he brought a really nice axe unit that's defensive and at the same time very offensive. And what, sir? Your arm should be chopped off by this shield. What are you doing? But yeah, he brings this unit. They're really, really damn good in melee combat. I mean, for his, it's really damn good melee combat ability. And his ally brought 2 spears and 2 pikes, 1 of each flank. 2 Germanic pikes and 2 Germanic spearmen. But as you can see, he has them way out here on the flank, far flank, and one on the like more closer to his noble Subian swordsman flank. But yeah, he brings 3 noble Subian swordsmen, which for some reason they underperform. I believe it's bugged with how underperformed they do get for how expensive they freaking are. It's insane. But yeah, and then he brings 2 with Vander Berserkers, which actually do work. Like, these 2 units combined get more kills than these 3 units combined. Oh no, actually I think one of these units gets more kills than 3 of these units and the other Berserker unit combined. It's insane. But and then he brought 5 Germanic archers. Really nice range on them, but they're gonna lose to my archers relatively fast. Let's actually do normal speed because I don't want to take forever. This is a very long game. And for his cav, he brought 2 light Moorish cav, which I ate up for free. One of these units he pretty much sacrifices for free. And he brought 3 Alani horsemen, which I did a misplay and I left this flank completely like exposed to cav because I brought everything over here because all the cav was focused in one little area. It was insane. But I believe that was it for the... Oh, and his general unit. He decided to bring the cheaper general unit, the Germanic nobles. And it's a really cheap general unit, but it is fucking terrible. Oh my god, is it horrible. Yeah, the skirmish. This was a dumb idea to do with the general. Try to catch out a unit of these, the shock cabinet. Try to catch them out in the open with their worth a clear shot to their lines. It's just dumb. They damn near got general fucking killed. Very risky to do that with the general, and ouch. The Ballistari unit, the freaking Scorpion unit. This guy took a direct hit. Oh shit. We didn't even see the tracer from that, but holy hell, they hit them like a brick wall. Freight train, man. Freight training it. So yeah, I think that was it for... I think that was the final shot we got to see from that unit, from the Scorpio units. Let's just look at the kill count real quick. Where is that button? There it is. But yeah, as we see, 142 and 225. Damn, they're getting 400 kills. And right now we're just skirmishing each other down, and at this point we are 200 men up from all that skirmishing, and yeah, his crossbows got tore up. So that is also why we are 200 men up. I just in crossbows, and his numbers are weaker in some units. Yeah, 2 units of Scoot-Toy are pretty much half strength. This unit actually just is a standing route, pretty much. He just stood there and got routed, which sucks for them. And he charged my archers with one of his light Moorish, and he pretty much sacrificed his shot cav unit to get at my archers to silence them, because he was getting his ass kicked in the the skirmish fight. He was not a happy camper with that, and I saw all this unit just sitting here, so I decided to move my unit, all type of weird and whatnot, and so they're just sitting here, and I'm just waiting on them to do something. Yeah, I do get his unit completely off the field. All my archer units come back, but tore up. Like half strength, 2/3, and pretty much on the edge of routing. But I do make a misplay, and I sent to my spears and my other cav unit that sits over here, which I needed to keep sitting over here on this flank to help my ally. But yeah, he's playing very defensive because he has a defensive faction. I mean, this is really a standoff between 2 defensive factions. It's weird. Yeah, 2 factions that can both do stationary testudo and any form of testudo. And it's insane. This guy, he has more of an offensive build. I mean, the swordsmen get 0 formations, but they get, I guess, really decent melee stats for some reason, even though they do utter crap. I see what he tried to do here. He tried to put these guys in loose formation and sponge up the arrows from this, but it was not working. When I saw this, I was like, no, I'm just gonna micro around it. So I'm sitting here tearing up his archer unit, trying to anyway. Yeah, trying to. I'll see that, right? 46. It's just one unit just standing here, but yet it says 46 in some places, 45, 43, and other places it says 118. This is bizarre. Visual bug. It has to be a visual. Oh, that's where. Okay. Never mind. I got really confused. And he charged his archer to that my archer just try to silence them for now. I was like, dude, get out of here. And he charged more archers, I think, or no, he charged my cav, I think. Or did he fall back? No, he fell his cav back because I have a free shot cav unit. And I was like, no. And I see, yeah, sorry, I missed the massive infantry charge on charge. This Armigeri defense stories get torn up by this axe unit. And it does devastating work. But yeah, this giant blob of cav. There was a spear unit mixed in with here, Scoot-Toy spears, but they're routing off the field, and he had 2 cav units sitting in here too. And I helped out with my cav and one of my spear units, and I saw my ally getting him and Aaronfield with some shock cav, and I was like, yo. But by the time I got my spear units over here, oh, that's what that's how they got fucking wrecked. Oh, yeah. So this axe unit did devastating work against the Armigeri Defensores, but did just that and only that. So I charged them, and they fucking, yeah, they routed right there. Wow, no wonder they got like on like very minimal kills. And right after that, here I see these two crossbow units just sitting here for Billy. And I tell one unit to charge the side of this crossbow ballistary. And yeah, that just, ouch. Ow, yeah. Dude, really? Wow, that was a dickhead move. And I do the same thing over here, so it was not a beautiful sight for the ballistary at all. For routing them, like, almost instantly. How are you not routed yet? There we go. The morale must have been like -68 or something. I've seen that before. And there's one last unit remaining of, yeah, routes. But yeah, this was not a happy situation right here. My Enthar is chosen a weak to Cav and skirmish, so I had to micro all of this just to protect against his now free Cav. 2 units of free Cav, and this is what I do with my damn spears. I just charge them into combat just because. I don't know why. They could have got way more kills, but I didn't feel like really using them. And that's what happened to one of their Subing units. They get charged by my melee unit, but they're actually chopping down one of the units, like this unit, and that's probably why they got routed so damn fast. And the spears, wow. But as you can see, my Entar's chosen get in there and do work. Oh shit. Fuck, I have no idea what that was. Sorry. But yeah, Entar's chosen get in there and do fucking amazing work. And he is Subin units getting absolutely destroyed. This one unit right here does some decent work, but his infantry did like little to nothing. And by the time he get his Gav engaged, I have my cavalry over here helping out with everything. But yeah, as you can see, I just charged my spears in against a Vandal Berserk unit, which that's how one of the units got a crazy amount of kills. And why do I have just this unit just sitting? I must have been microing somewhere else. Yeah, I must have been microing somewhere else because his Cav gets a rear charge on my Cav. And then I do a flanking maneuver with my normal defensive front line unit on his Subing swords. And I still have this free. What am I doing with this free unit? Yeah, it tells them that they're running, but they're not really running. This frustrates me with ATTILA, because I would have to do an extra like minute or two freaking microing just because they're walking slow and some shit happened. I'm like, fuck. It's annoying. Oh, and I saw his general unit on this gap. I shot the gap and charged his general unit. And yet you see the executive order, all attack, everything attacking. Now you want to support me. But yeah, with my Entar's chosen, I actually routed his general unit. And for right now, for some odd reason, they're losing combat to these spears. For some odd reason. But I would explain they 12 versus 118, 108, damn, my English. But yep, here we go. Finally, some allied support. Cav charges out the wazoo. Finally, right when everything starts to look up for me, and there's mass routing, he wants to support. Like right after he got done with all that, I was like, dude, I need help. I got Cav on my flank, free and open. But as you can see, I dealt with the Cav pretty well. This shock cav unit's still full strength. And this shock cav unit pretty much half strength, and they did work. They killed a shitload of people. Why? This is so stupid. 100 men routing. This was like 120 men before they started routing, and they've just been dying. And they come back. And form up all incorrectly. But yeah, as you can see, the last 3 units, there's these pikes. We got rear charge by Cav and my Antar chosen. Ouch. Yeah, they get completely flattened and die almost instantly. 7 met. You must have like a negative, just wow. And that was the battle. Sorry I didn't catch the giant infantry on infantry engagement charge on the other side, but it is what it is. That would be it for that game. To go over the kill count, yeah, 276 and still a full unit. That is insane. 259, half a unit. Still, it's pretty damn good. 185 and practically dead. But yeah, I lost my 2 spear units and 1 of my Antares and my archers and 1 cav. That was it. My general unit actually getting some kills. He's seen it. He's seen action. Saw some action. Antar's doing work. My front line actually doing pretty damn good. My Axemen, they didn't see much combat, but they did see combat. Archers doing work. Shot cabin. One of my damn cav in general doing work. Really to be good on this unit. This unit did devastating work. And for the Vandals, there's not too nuts. The Vandal Berserks, like I said, this one unit gets more kills than the next 4 melee units combined in kills. It's insane. His shot cav did pretty good. 2 of his melee cav did pretty good. But let's go over to Hodor. Yes. Hodor. Game of Thrones. My ally, surprisingly, his Palatina, some of his Palatina did okay. This one unit got wrecked, but it did some work. They killed man for man and lost men. So, every man they killed, they lost a man, I guess. Yeah, his armor gear defense rating at 17. I know why. They got fucking devastated by that axe unit. This axe unit, to be precise, 130 kills. But it got charged like we saw, and it just did not last after that. If I didn't charge that unit, that would say probably 330, if not more, and I would have to deal with a Roman expedition unit. It was insane. But yeah, his Battlestar unit getting insane amounts of kills. But that was it for that. I will see you guys in the next video. And yeah, signing off. Like always, drop this like, leave a subscription. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. So, see you guys in the next one.